Hey, how's it going? I just wanted to do my best to kind of quickly answer this question that we've been getting a lot these days. And that question has been what is going on with this class action lawsuit against the National Association of Realtors and some of these bigger brokerage firms across the country, including the one that Coldwell Banker belongs to. So instead of me trying to explain it, which would take way too long and I'm sure would bore you to death, I've included a link to what I think is a pretty good article. It does a good job at explaining the whole suit. So here it is: what the $2 billion realtor lawsuit means for home buyers and sellers. So I'm going to include a link to this article in this email, so down below, and you can kind of check out that article on your own and read through it. Like I said, I think it does a pretty good job at explaining, what it is, why it happened, who it affects, and how it's going to affect business going forward. But the question I'm sure you're asking is, well, how's it going to affect me as a home buyer here in the state of Washington, right? So basically what it is that the state of Washington now in the Northwest MLS, if you are going to buy a piece of property and you are working with a real estate agent, you are going to have to sign a new contract. Essentially, there's no two ways around it. This is something that will just have to get done, and it's just another piece of the whole puzzle of buying and selling a piece of property. In the past, we've had the same type of agreement when, and we still do when we list a house, right? So there's a contract to list it, has all the specifics, when we're going to list it, how much we're going to list it for, what's the commission compensation, on and on and on. It's all a big contract and everybody signs on the dotted line. There really hasn't been anything like that with buyers in the past, and going forward, like I said, there will be. So there's a new contract, and I've got this one, and I'm going to include an attachment for this new form, this buyer brokerage services agreement. So you can kind of scroll through this and read all of this as well if you're interested. Now, as a buyer, when you're working with us, we'll definitely walk you through every line of it and kind of explain to you just exactly what all the options are and how it works, and answer any questions you have. I mean, that's just kind of what we're here to do. I mean, we're here to try to make this process easy. This adds a little bit more complexity to the whole deal, but like I said, if you're working with a real estate agent, there's just going to be no option not to sign this. If you're working with us, like I said, we're going to be here and we'll walk you through every part of it and answer any questions and make you feel comfortable with how this new agency agreement works. It's really not going to change a lot, but it's going to spell out exactly the commission structure, where it comes from, who gets paid, on and on and on, because that's kind of what the has driven this lawsuit. Price fixing, they say, and collusion and all this other stuff. But it was really, I think, brought on because there's been a lot of bad real estate agents out there that didn't do a good job of explaining how the whole process works. And then when people, figured it out in the end, they feel like they got cheated. So anyway, it is what it is. And, we're here just to try to make this whole thing easier. And if there's any questions that you have about any of this stuff, about the article, about the form, or anything about how this is going to work going forward, just give Ann or I a call. We'd love to talk with you, and we'll talk to you then. All right. Take it easy. Bye.